You mentioned that you were immobile for a year and a half. At what point after picking up 2K do you feel like you really mastered the game?
It came to me so easy. And because actually my name was not Watch Me Work at first. It was actually Church Boy. Ironically, the way that I would call for our ISO is saying watch me work. So when I would say watch me work, people would know, get out the way.
With the All-Star game approaching, Brent, there are plenty of deserving players, but as we know, there are only 12 coveted spots for each roster.
And Kevin, get ready for all the snub talk that we hear every year. It comes along like rain in spring. But if you could see the league expand the rosters, maybe to 13, maybe even 15 players, maybe some of that would go away. Not all of it, but maybe some.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Smith in at the point.
And we're getting to that time of year, a lot of all-star debate. Some buzz around MP maybe getting a spot on the squad.
Well, I know a lot of people out there lobbying for him, Greg. His numbers speak for themselves. It'd be too bad to see him get passed over.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Outside, Dort. Back to Giddey. With the floater, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Good, another from 3.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
And Smith launches it from deep. It doesn't go for him. So the Thunder will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough. So a tough go in that category. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
From the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now, here's George. 11 points last game. Williams, the Thunder with another miss.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Pass to Smith for 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside, Dort. The pass to Giddey. To the paint, double team on Williams. No good again that time.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
A three-pointer is right on target. And that's now 21 points for Smith.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And you look at Anthony Edwards. And, G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Amazing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Smith outside. Here's the three. Connects again from distance.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him as they have all season long.
And G.A., with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes in a season.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
From deep three-point range, and again for three.
And that three-pointer pushes him further up the all-time ladder.
He does indeed, Greg, and the next mark on his list is the top spot. What a season to remember. Man passes to Giddey. It's stolen by Gobert. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Now here's Edwards. 29 points for him last game against the Clippers. Smith's shot is good.
3 points. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. You look at the chosen one. He's been playing really well.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Holmgren kicks to Dort. And just miss after miss right now.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Nice shot by Smith.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And it's Williams with the ball for Oklahoma City. Pass to Man. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Thunder with another miss. And so it's Minnesota with it. Smith on the wing. A three ball. And another three for Minnesota.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight. This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Drills it from outside.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Giddey the pass to Man to stop the run. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Smith for three. Cranes the three-pointer. Smith's got 48.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Back to Giddey. Here's Dort. That one rolling around and rims out.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Holmgren. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Giddey, no one around him. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
Here's Smith. Non-stop scoring machine here. Edwards fires from way outside. They grab their own miss. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Joe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Dort misses.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Out to Smith. Here's McDaniels. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Passes it to Joe. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Smith outside. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots over Dort and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
McDaniels gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. There's the pass to Joe. Shot to stop the run. Gobert pulls it in.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the in one, and this time they're not backing off.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Now the Thunder with it. Now Giddey. 20 points for him last game against Miami.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Inside, nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 6th assist on the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Joe. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Dort to the middle. Joe, good.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Fires from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bounce pass, Smith. Here's McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
McDaniel's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Joe passes to Holmgren. On the wing, Giddey. 6 to shoot. Down low. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Joe can't get it to go.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action in just a minute.
Time for your Thunder Girls. Come on, everyone.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Williams is out there with Williams, and it's man in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against Los Angeles was a man on a mission. He picked up 39 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Now, Towns. After Rudy Gobert missing on that last three-pointer. Back to Smith. Passes it to Noel from about 19 feet. And again, it's Minnesota.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Lets the three fly. Joe can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Man passes to Robinson Earl. Here's Man, covered by Smith. Smith against Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Williams. 20 points for him last game against Miami. Here's Man. The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Here's Noel. Softly drops in the floater. Noel's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint.
Here's Man. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Pass to Joe. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Joe's got 5 points so far.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the foul called on Kenrich Williams.
Personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Back to Edwards. Out to Smith. Fires for three. Akusevsky grabs the miss. The Thunder shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fourth team foul.
Minnesota's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Smith outside. It's Rivers on the wing. Back to Smith. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go. And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Giddey against Rivers. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound, Minnesota.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Smith outside. And yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And he makes that one.
Dort showing a little bit of touch there and gets aggressive off the dribble.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Intercepted. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Giddey, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And Smith launches it from deep. Another one goes. Incredible. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And the pass to Mann. This one for 3. Reed with the rebound.
But whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
Smith the pass to Edwards. From deep three-point range. And Holmgren pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And so it's Minnesota able to put on a show for the ages. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. Oklahoma City had one of the all-time NBA trios, didn't they, Brent? Durant, Harden, and Westbrook, 3 future MVPs. I mean, I don't know that we'll ever see that again.
Yeah, incredible, Kevin. Going to that finals in 2012. And obviously really young and green at that time. But unfortunately, Harden was traded away that summer. They took a hardline stance, and he was off to Houston. And just think back, would they have won titles together, and how many?
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran, someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys.
And both free throws good for Williams. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but the experienced players to fill out that roster.
And here is Giddey. Here's Mann. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Edwards. A beautiful reverse layup. Edwards got 12.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
To the inside. Williams gets the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Oklahoma City shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got his second bucket tonight.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Smith for 3. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Mann gets the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Edwards dishes to Smith. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Towns with the steal. Smith for 3. Connects again from distance.
He just continues to rein it in from downtown. Hits another one from deep.
Craig, the way he's shooting, he has a good chance to join some elite names on the list of the most threes in a game. Holmgren. Crafty move. Gobert with the defensive effort. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Again, what an avalanche. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Here's Mann. The Thunder with another miss. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get it.
Good, another from 3.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Outside, Dort. They need this. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Thunder have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. For the three. He can't get that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Talking about defensive specials. How about the hustle Lou Dort shows on D?
Well, this is a guy you throw out there and you say, sick him. Go guard the best player on the other team. And that's something that he takes that challenge on, takes a lot of pride on the defensive end, and has become a very important part of this team.
Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Joe's checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Smith. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Dort. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Knight's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Smith's subbed in for Noel. That free throw good from Giddey. This team has credited Giddey's background for shaping him as a player.
You know, he grew up in a house dominated by basketball. Both his parents played professionally in Australia, and that goes a long way.
And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Back to Williams. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff.
Connects again from distance.
Splashes home another three, and he moves into second place all time with that make for a game.
Greg, you have to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going to go in. He just keeps raining it down on him. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game, yet another bucket.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Williams kicks to Giddey. Outside Williams. Shoots the three. Knight grabs the board. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right. And again for three.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all-time for threes in a season.
And to think a few years ago, hitting 300 threes was impossible. Then Curry hits 402 in 2016, and just years later, the 402 plateau has been reached again. You just can't make this stuff up.
Smith for three. Good. Another from three.
And who thought it couldn't be done? That three moving him into history.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hand. He is the king of the three and now stands alone at the top of the list.
And back in 2016, Curry had a year that I didn't think anyone could match until now. 402 no longer the high mark for threes in a season. The era of the long ball is truly upon us.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, the chosen one.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. "11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Joe. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.